Oh my God, we're back here again, 2025, and the farmers are crying for bailouts just like they did in Trump's first term. Deja vu, baby. I swear I'm living in a Twilight Zone rerun. Only this one has more MAGA hats and less logic. Remember last time? Trump slapped tariffs on China, wrecked export markets, and suddenly these rugged individualists, these self-proclaimed bootstraps cowboys, were lined up in Washington with their hands out. And now? Same script, same whiny chorus, different year.
On today's episode of FAFO, farmers are again asking for help.
This is not your ordinary farm crisis. We call it Farmageddon, and it really is tough time.
So you guys are calling it Farmageddon? Real estate investors are calling it Farmapalooza, as they can't wait for you to foreclose on your property and then come in and buy your property for pennies on the dollar. And the rest of us that didn't vote for this administration are calling it I told you so Cella. And let's hear what one of the farmers have to say about this.
Our bill collectors want money now. The chemicals, the seed companies, the fertilizer companies, they need it now. They don't want to hear, oh, well, I'm waiting on a farm bill payment that's going to come 2 years from now. They don't want to hear that.
Unless money comes now, it's projected up to 1/3 of Arkansas farmers could face bankruptcy or be forced to shutter their operations.
Now I have a couple of suggestions that actually might help you in this situation. 1, pull yourself up by the bootstraps. 2, cut back on the avocado toast. 3, enjoy less Starbucks. 4, perhaps find a part-time job. And 5, cut back on your subscriptions like Netflix, Hulu. And it looks like all these farmers have a very similar solution as to what can fix their problems.
Haney hopes if the right person hears his message, it'll spark a positive outcome before it's too late.
77% of farmers voted for President Trump. And all we're asking for President Trump and this administration to do is take care of the farm.
And by take care, they mean another government handout. Which is really weird and ironic because since 77% of you guys voted for this, you guys should be happy with what you got. Because of the policies and the executive orders that he enacted, you guys are suddenly freaking out even though this is what you voted for, but for some reason you guys aren't putting the blame on him. Because you guys are always, socialism is bad until you guys need it, then you're like, no, it's good for me but not for you. And the really ironic part is that they need help now, but in that big beautiful bill that was signed, they're actually going to get help at the end of 2026. So I would suggest that you guys properly try to manage your money until the end of 2026 instead of asking for help now. But drop a comment and let me know what you think about the situation. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, share, follow, and repost, and I'll also be posting this onto my YouTube shorts.
You can't scream about socialism every other day, call poor people lazy freeloaders, then demand billion-dollar subsidies when your soybeans don't move. Nah, that ain't capitalism. That's hypocrisy dressed up in overalls. You voted for tariffs. You voted for trade wars. You voted for Trump's chaos economy. Congratulations. You broke it, you bought it. But instead of actually fixing your own mess, you're back at Uncle Sam's door begging for a check. Where's all that tough guy energy now? Pull yourselves up by your bootstraps. Sell a tractor, work a second job, start a podcast about corn. I don't care. Just stop asking the rest of us to foot the bill for your terrible political decisions. If you want MAGA economics, then live with MAGA economics. No bailouts, no crying. This is what America First looks like when reality smacks you in the face.
It's not good for anybody.
Cambridge farmer Doug Fuller has been in the business almost 5 decades. He's tiring of the tariff talk, and his solution to make things right is simple. Best case scenario for this year?
That we never have to talk about tariffs again. Free trade is the answer.
China not buying U.S. soybeans just adds to dwindling hopes as Fuller expects to start harvesting his beans around October 1st. With little hope, China will go on a spending spree.
Doubtful. This has been dragging on, and there doesn't seem, they don't really want to talk with us, and it's just kind of a stalemate right now.
Fertilizer and seed and diesel fuel, all of these things have just about tripled in price, and I'm selling my commodity for the same thing I was in the 80s. I've never seen anything like this, and it's all due to the president's tariffs.
Oh, here we go again. The almighty soybean, the golden crop of MAGA country, left rotting in silos because China said, nah, we're good. We'll buy from Brazil instead. And you know what? They did. They pivoted overnight. Brazil, Argentina, even freaking Russia got the market share, while American farmers sat around staring at piles of unsold beans like abandoned puppies at a shelter. Trump promised you the art of the deal. What you got was the art of screwing yourself in the face with your own tariffs. You cheered when he slapped China, but when China slapped back harder, suddenly the toughest farmers on earth turned into the whiniest welfare cases in the country. Soybeans, pork, corn, exports tanked, equipment sales nosedived, family farms went bankrupt at the fastest rate since the Great Recession. And what did you get in return? A bailout check that didn't even cover the losses, while the top 10% of mega farms laughed all the way to the bank with six-figure subsidies. Congratulations, you played yourself. You wanted tariffs? You got them. You wanted a trade war? You got it. But don't cry now because China decided they don't need you anymore. They've got Brazil pumping out soy like a fire hose. Once a buyer finds a new supplier, they don't come crawling back because you wave a flag and scream, America first. That's not how global markets work, champ. When the soybeans rot, when the pigs can't be sold, when the combines are repossessed, the first thing you do is run to Uncle Sam for a bailout. Not a free market, not capitalism, just hypocrisy and overalls begging for socialism with a MAGA hat on top.
Screw the Republican Party. I've been a Republican since I was 18 years old. I'm 62 now, and I'm embarrassed to say I've stuck it out this long. The last 10 years have been enough of this crap. Support me. Hit all those buttons on the right-hand side of your screen. Follow me. Leave me a comment. Repost this. Every Republican that I know right now, I'm trying to get flipped over to the Democratic Party. Join me in this effort, please. It's the only way we're going to get these idiots out of office.
This is my 39th crop. I started in 1986, the year I graduated high school. I could plant an acre of beans in 1986 for 30 bucks. It irritates me that you don't have the guts to acknowledge that the people do not pay the tariffs. I don't care if it's John Deere, Case, Caterpillar, all that stuff is outsourced overseas. And the guy that pays it is the guy that purchased it. I can buy a bearing for a combine, and it's made in Taiwan or who knows where. Parts have over doubled in the last year, if you can get them. The dealer at Marshall has a backlog for almost 4 months because they can't get parts because of Trump's stupid tariffs. I think agriculture has taken a heck of a hit on a lot of misinformation, and he is not helping the farmer. I mean, we farm about 3,500 acres. We are going to be so far in the red. When are you going to stand up for us instead of kissing his ass for these trade deals? And the tariffs. More so the tariffs than the trade.
Trump didn't help farmers. He used you as a photo op backdrop. He sold you a trade war fantasy and left you holding the bag. And now, in 2025, you're back begging for bailouts again, like the last 4 years didn't even happen. It's not patriotism, it's not strength, it's begging for welfare while pretending you're self-made. He didn't save you, he burned your market and handed the ashes to Brazil. He picked a fight with China, bragged about winning, and you know what happened? China stopped buying your crops. They pivoted to Brazil and Argentina. They invested in South American ports to make sure they never needed you again. Meanwhile, your beans rotted in silos, your equipment sat idle, and bankruptcies spiked 20 to 24% in 1 year. That's not America first, that's farmers last. And the bailouts? Don't even get me started. Tens of billions in subsidies, but guess who got the lion's share? Not the small family-run farms. No, the big industrial operations with lobbyists in D.C. walked away with six-figure checks while the little guys got scraps. You went broke while they got richer.